we will go up by this time.
Oh yeah, wow.
There were the steps from the stone down there. You can see the signs, you know. Some parts are 2 meters and 50, and some parts are 3 meters. It was quite big work made here.
Big work. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like sandstone.
I don't know. You can do it, bud.
Holy cow. Okay.
Be careful.
Well, it's almost like footsteps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like steps, you know. It was very simple. We didn't have a lot of information about this place, this kind of places, because it was BC 3rd millennium. So of course we just make some research.
Yeah.
As our scientists decided, and you know, after this research, they thought that this is the place where the slaves were living. So each room was belonging to each slave, and it's the the downstairs here. Of course, they will not live up there, and they're typically the same. Of course, it was covered. We are Seismorian country, so we have a lot of earthquakes here. Not very strong. But still, you know, the historical heritage like this one are damaging, of course, every time, in every earthquake. And because of the rain and all this, you know, it always goes badly for them. So these were used as a slaves' rooms, probably, you know, the big percent. Village, Uplistsikhe, but as the riverbed was in a different size, you know, it was covering very often the village, the river. So that's why people were settled in different side of the the small territory, and it's just the ruins now.
Wow.
Nothing is happening. Normally, Uplistsikhe territory, like cave territory, was around 9 hectares. It was huge, like big one, very big. So now all we have here is just maybe the 4th part of it.
A hole?
Like a well, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, like a
Oh no,
reservoir.
there's another one over there.
I don't know.
Yeah, so this place was used for the, not sacrificing, but for the animals which were brought here for sacrifice.
Oh wow. Oh, that's just what they held.
They were
them.
just inside,
That's
yeah,
just
and
where
then
they
they
held
were
them.
taking it. It's like the entrance. It was the entrance where all the villagers had to leave their things what they were giving as a gift to them, and so it was. And this was the main road. This was the main road which was coming to the territory. You can see still the wheels.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, on it. Because you know the material of this mountain is very soft.
Porous,
That's why they were making the caves here, and that's why it still exists on this place. You can see like a small cage. It's really very fun, you know, it's strange. It was the main road. I want to show you here place from where the monks' mourning was beginning, the pagan. Just carefully, if you will come down, you there are steps. What was here? There was a window from where they could see the first sunlight, like in 6 a.m. or I don't know, 5:30 a.m. So the first light in this cave city was coming through that window down there.
Oh wow.
And the light was dropping down on the step. So that was the meaning that it's almost morning and they have to sacrifice something from the morning.
Wow.
Yeah. Here you can see two levels, like BC, let's say 3rd and 2nd millennium, and a little bit upper, it's almost AC, maybe 4th, 5th century, maybe more. Of course, we don't know like for sure all the things here, but you can see the difference. They were building in BC, you know, with the big rocks. They could not cut from the small pieces, and there is another kind of building material there. So it's like two periods of this
Very interesting.
castle. You can see the big rooms here.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, they were used for the collecting, or the like meeting places, let's say. But here we have the big conference hall, which is called Blackberry Hall. Blackberry Hall. Because up there, till now, you can see that there are the blackberries. Very interesting how they are growing up on the stone. But still, they are here.
Wow, this is good.
Yeah, this is a conference hall. You can see that there were the chairs.
Blackberries.
Yeah.
It was used as a chair, so
Yes,
they were
oh.
sitting here. There was a fireplace, of course.
Uh-huh.
So the monk or the pagan monk was coming outside from that rooms, and he was standing upper, of course, on the steps. Oh, he had the. I'll show you how it was like, you know. So he had here his maybe tribune or stand,
Uh-huh, like a
like
podium.
a president.
Yeah,
Okay,
like a
Yeah.
podium.
And so he was saying that, good morning, let's kill some animals here. Or they were praying together. Maybe he was standing here. Like their name was not monk. It was like kurum. On Georgian, it's kurum instead of the monk. So, but they were wearing all the black.
Uh-huh.
So he was living somewhere here. He was coming outside. Meaning hello. So he had a tribune here, like stand. How it's tribune or stand, or something like like presidents have.
Yeah.
And I know behind what they are standing. So you can come up here, and there are some other rooms. And you can see that the rooftop is decorated.
Oh, wow.
But of course, where you will see that kind of decorated rooftop, it means that it was made after, like in 9th century, because BC 3rd millennium, they were not making this kind of decorations.
Yeah.
It was very simple.
Yeah. I think it's cool that the blackberries are just growing out of the rocks.
Yeah, on the rocks. And this kind of rooms were used for the products because, of course, they didn't have any refrigerators or something, they had to hide somewhere the products. So it's a dark and quite like a cool room, to hide something here. And of course, the small holes were used as a candle holder for the candles. Or a train.
My here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it was absolutely covered in ropes.
What a beautiful view they had.
Yeah, great. So probably here was the kitchen, as our scientists are saying, because there were shelves, a lot of shelves for keeping something. And this place was used as a bakery, like bread baking.
Okay.
Because they had the long pipe here, not a pipe, but a hole, by which the oxygen was going inside, so it's getting warmer with that. And they were baking the bread and that kind of things. And that's why I think that it could be the kitchen part. Yeah. Why they were using it, but it's really very similar to jacuzzi. Because they were using the lights inside, you can see that there are the places for the candles, so it was very lighted up. And a big hole like that, you know, I was listening to one scientist who was saying, probably it was for the water. But if it was for the water, and there were the candles, and it was what they were using for. And you can see that here they have some rosemary for the soap. I don't know what they were using. Or there is another opinion that it was for the keeping the products, food. Yeah. Because you know they were rolling this with ropes, they were putting inside the products like meat, maybe because they were eating meat and or meat, and they were keeping it here cool, like in a cool place.
I mean, that would make sense if that was the kitchen.
Kitchen, yeah. So they had here the place for the products, but it was very, very lighted and they can see like they were putting the candles everywhere, but they needed to find the products. So this was also a room. You can see the sitting places here.
Like a couch.
Yeah, everything was made from the stone because they didn't have in BC, third millennium, anything like, you know, that it wasn't a big experience of making furniture. So they were making, from the stones.
It's like the Flintstones.
Yeah. So you can see that the road is coming up here.
I think that's so cool that you can still see like the tire marks, the wheel marks.
Yeah, of course. Really. So this part is mostly from Asia, 9th century, let's say. You can see that it's more like modern building. There are more interiors, more details. They were making more shelves inside. So we have like two periods, BC, 3rd millennium and 9th century.
And this is 9th century?
Yeah. So which one you will see with two floors, like first floor and the second one, as it's visible that it was existing, all of them are from 9th century. Just to make the difference. You know. Yeah, it's really very, very hard to say. Because, everybody has to see who is bad behaved. So he was dropped down there.
It's like shaming.
Shaming, exactly. Yeah. So you were passing, who is there? Oh my God. Like that.
Right.
And then go there.
That is awesome.
I knew it.
So this was used as a pharmacy. How do we know? How do we know that it's pharmacy? Scientists took small pieces of the stone, like scratched it, and realized that there were different kind of herbs on them because the herbs minerals were inside the scratch. And that's why they decided that it could be the pharmacy because of course they were using some medicine or they were making something for themselves. So it was like not modern, but now Queen Tamar's home, but she never have been here. Maybe the name was given a little bit after because it was one of the biggest one, and you will see that it's one of the beautiest ones here. Yeah, so that's why villagers decided to call it because Queen Tamar was existing in 13th century, not in 9, not in BC.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was only the light here. So we tower, they had the entrance and they had this light from there.
Yeah, see, there's the
Yeah,
pillars.
now they are existing absolutely.
So it is like
These are the old-
sandstone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's porous, it's easy to chop.
Yeah.
He said, I heard you were up here, so I wanted to come say hey.
And after we become a Christian country, they begin to build here the oldest church. Look at these rooms, separate rooms, like in our Georgian church. You have
Yeah.
seen it, yeah? So it's like we call it three basilica or something, like three different spaces for the praying. But before it was a pagan's place with 4 columns here. You can see that there were big columns, so it was also covered by the sandstone layer, like a dome. Yeah. Probably these holes were used as a sacrifice rituals, you know, because a lot of the pagan rituals were happening here. So they were killing the animal, were putting just in front of the hole, and by this pipe, the blood was collecting inside. And the 4 columns were holding this rooftop, or dome, let's say, yeah. After it, when in about 4th century or 5th century, they decided to put the monastery on the place where it was the pagans' rituals made. I know for sure that this church is from 9th century, for example. But it was renovated, and it was renovated absolutely with the bricks. And bricks we got after 17th century, so it's absolutely. This is really well kept, one of the best rooms maybe on this place. So it was for one person. And inside there is another small tiny room. Maybe it was served as a bedroom or something. You can see that there is a little bit higher. So maybe before the bed, like entering, and then you just leave yourself down. Or bedroom.
Yeah, bedroom. Now bedroom. That's that probably. Yeah, because weren't they small, tiny?
Of course, on that kind of places, there was something like a sofa, where he was sitting or laying down, I don't know. And these arts are still existing here. So
And when is this from?
9th century?
No, it's not. Yeah, because you know you can see this kind of decoration.
It's so
It's all
ornate.
natural.
Yeah, it was ornate.
Yeah,
There was a lot of
it's
detail.
all made in that period. So you can sometimes I just joke that it's for TV there, maybe.
That's funny. That is the
It
TV.
has a sunroof.
Yeah, sunroof there.
Wow.
Yeah, well, this is one of the well-kept rooms. And you can see on the wall that it was scratched, it was made by hand, but pickaxe.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The time it would have taken.
Oh yeah, much time.
Yeah,
With the new technology, it would be quite hard to work on.
I'm sure.
And imagine in the old period.
And so this large area.
Yeah. This is the bigger, just for the sofa, let's say.
Okay,
nine
yeah, just a
places.
sitting area or something.
Sitting.
I don't know. Yeah, wow. Very good.
Really bad. No,
I don't know, they
nice
get a
hole.
view.
I don't know why. Its name is Nice Hole. Maybe it was nice, I don't know. For now we have nothing here. Nothing special. But you can see that there also were the shelves, the place for sitting maybe, you
Oh,
know.
the
So yeah,
candles.
the candles. So it was also for someone special.
Oh, wow.
So this
Nice
was,
hole.
you see, you can tell, this was from the BC era,
Yeah.
because there's no intricate
Absolutely.
carvings.
Yeah. So then they were adding the rooms, maybe, you know, in the front. So.
Oh, but this is, yeah. That is so just, I don't know, there's no words.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Probably. Be like Fred and Wilma.
Yeah.
It was quite a big cellar for that period.
And they didn't drink the wine.
Yeah,
It was for the
pagans
monastery?
were not drinking the wine. Maybe for the monastery.
Yeah. Incredible.